Today, we're out on the flats chasing schooled bass and natives, yellow belly out here as well. And this is a big deal and something that I've learned in the US, and it works really well here in Australia, and it's something that I've progressed to slowly, and this is going to help you catch a lot more fish. The number one key when you're flats fishing and you're over the top of some schools and you've got scattered bass is covering ground. And the only way you can do that is by making big, long casts. And so one of the keys to a long cast is your reel size and the spool size. So for years growing up in Australia, it was 1,000 size, 2,000. That was my bread and butter. Now my reel size are 2.5, 3, and even 4,000 for bass. This is a 4,000 size Vanford, brand new, and it's not too big. It's perfect in the hand. It's nice and light. It picks up line fast. And so the bigger the reel, the easier you're going to be able to wind that bait in. So a spinnerbait, a spoon, anything that has some drag to it. Once you get to that 3,000 and 4,000, it makes it so nice to wind because that lure's got some pull to it. But here's the biggest key. Flick her over. It's this. I'm casting an absolute mile. I'm covering literally a huge amount that I can't do if I'm throwing a little 1,000 or a 2,000. That big spool's gonna allow that braid to fly off, and now I'm gonna bring that lure in the strike zone all the way back. So when you're choosing a reel and you're looking at things, if you're vertical fishing, if you're hopping, if you want something light in the hand, something light to twitch, look at your 1,000 and 2,000 size. When you're making big long casts with a heavy lure, like a spoon, a spinnerbait, even a heavy plastic, what I got on here, look at a 2.5, 3, and even a 4. This 4 is beautiful, 10 to 15 pound braid, handles it no problem with a nice 10+ pound leader, and you'll be ready to go. And as you can see, that big long cast, I can slow wind and you can just slowly tick it back. And then for a reaction strike, I can burn it and it's gonna pick up line. And then as we catch some fish here, you're gonna see I'm gonna be able to keep up to that fish, pick up line and keep that pressure on, and I'm just not gonna lose as many fish. So big deal. Choose your reel size accordingly to how you wanna fish. Just seeing these little pods, little groups of bass, and they're a long way away. You gotta make big, long bomb casts. And one of the things that you'll really start to learn as you get around pressured fish and as you hook them more, the longer and further you can get away from the boat, the more chance you got of them gonna bite. And that's what these fish are doing. I'm using a 4,000 Vanford for bass, but I love it. The 3 and the 4 I think is perfect because it just makes such long casts, beautiful retrieve. I can catch up, keep that rod bent, and then you can get those bites on those big long casts. And we've got this beautiful breeze blowing in, nice bass, and I can cast into the wind, no problem. Beautiful big Australian bass, what a fish. Look at that thing. So there you go guys, beautiful Australian bass. These fish are not easy to catch, they're pretty pressured, and they've seen a few baits, but that's where big reel, 4,000, 3,000, 10 pound, creaky braid, straight through, and big long cast, covering a ton of ground, and that's how you're gonna get those big, smart ones to bite. Try it next time you're out.